Commandments of the Maker. The truth of the Maker has revealed to me, as there is but one world, one life, one death, there is but one good, and he is our Maker. They are sinners who give their love to false gods. Magic is exerted to serve men and never to rule over him. Foul and corrupt are they, who have taken his gift and turned it against his children. They shall be named Maleficar, accursed ones. They shall find no rest in the world or beyond. All men are the world of our Maker's hands, for the lowest of slaves, to the highest kings. Those who bring harm without provocation to the least of his children are hated and accursed by the Maker. Those who bear false witness and work to deceive others know this: there is one but one truth. All things are known to our Maker, and he shall be judged their lives. All things in this world are infinite. What one may gain, another has lost. Those who steal from their neighbors and sisters, those who steal from brothers and sisters, do harm to their livelihood and to their peace of mind. Our Maker sees this with a heavy heart. So that is a little history of our Maker, our religion in this game. Pretty much one God, one Maker. What is this? I thought I could click something. What was this? Maybe not. Maybe not. Holy hell. Alright. So, can we click the book? Book.
On it.
Codex. I'll be reading a lot of these guys, so if you guys don't like this stuff, just skip it. Oh, this one. Andraste, bride of the Maker. There was once a tiny fishing village on the waking sea that was set upon the Tevinter Imperium, which enslaved the villagers to be sold in the markets of Minorothus, leaving behind only the old and the infirm. One of the captives was the child Andraste. She was raised in slavery in a foreign land. She escaped, then made the long and treacherous journey back to her homeland alone. She rose from nothing to be the wife of an Alamari warlord. Each day she sang to the gods, asking them to help her people, who remained slaves in Tevinter. The false gods of the mountains and the winds did not answer her, but the true God did. The Maker spoke. He showed her all the works of his hands, the Fade, the world, and all the creatures therein. He showed her how men had forgotten him, lavishing devotion upon mute idols and demons, and how he had left them to their fate. But her voice reached him, and so captivated him that he offered her a place at his side, that she might rule all of creation. But Andraste would not forsake her people. She begged the Maker to return to save his children from the cruelty of the Imperium. Reluctantly, the Maker agreed to give man another chance. Andraste went back to her husband, Mephareth, and told him all the Maker had revealed to her. Together they rallied the Alamari and marched forth against the major lords of the Imperium, and Maker was with them. The Maker's sword was creation itself, fire and flood, famine and earthquake. Everywhere they went, Andraste sang to the people of the Maker, and they heard her. The ranks of Andraste's followers grew until they were a vast tide washing over the Imperium. And when Mephareth saw that the people loved Andraste and not him, a worm grew within his heart, gnawing upon it. At last the armies of Andraste and Mephareth stood before the very gates of Minorothus, but Andraste was not with them. For Mephareth had schemed in secret to hand Andraste over to Tevinter. For this the Archon would give Mephareth all the land to the south of the waking sea. And so, before all the armies of the Alamari and of Tevinter, Andraste was tied to a stake and burned, while her earthly husband turned his armies aside and did nothing, for his heart had been devoured. But as he watched the pyre and the Archon soften, he took pity on Andraste and drew his sword and granted her the mercy of a quick death. The Maker wept for his beloved, cursed Mephareth, cursed mankind for their betrayal, and turned once again from creation, taking only Andraste with him, and Our Lady sits still at his side. where she still urges him to take pity on his children. Jesus. There's a lot of big words in there, but man, crazy stuff going on in that. Can we close the door? Just gonna close the door, guys. Have a good one. So Andraste. Alrighty. I'm guessing a lot of people worship Andraste and the Maker. Alright. Let's see, where are we going here? Let's just check over here real quick, shall we? Nothing over here. What is this? Door.
As you wish.
Achievement unlocked. Lockpicker. Huh. Anything good in here? Oh, we got a chest. We got a blank vellum. Fine-treated lambskin suitable for extracting illustration and script. I'll take it. Just got XP for that. Alrighty. Nothing else in here? Alrighty then. Alrighty then. Another door? Pfft, unlocked.
On it.
Alright. So, another chest. Deep mushroom. Fungi grow in the close proximity of lyrium veins. Additional. Used after chewing a deep mushroom, the user regains a small amount of stamina. Spellcasters gain no benefit from deep mushrooms. Sweet. So we can eat that to gain some stamina. Good stuff. Anything else in here? Nope. Let's head on out. Sir, how you doing?
Good evening, my lord.
Good evening. Beautiful day, isn't it? Okay, we have the main hall. I think maybe we should probably go back. Let's go back down this way. Let's check this out. We're just unlocking doors left and right here. Hell yes. XP, more chests, yes please.
This should be easy enough.
This should be easy enough. Alright, iron ring. That has no stats. Fuck it, I'll take it. Oh, we got a weapon rack here. Oh, and another chest?
Right.
Fucking mother load. Alright, we got a mace. Nice. Probably gonna keep my daggers though. Has more damage, but probably sell it later maybe.
As you wish.
Insufficient skill.
Let's get started.
Insufficient skill. Guess I'm not good enough for that yet. Alrighty, let's check this way. Nothing there.
Oh, my lord, we were just,
Playing cards.
well, the treasury's safe. I'm not even sure why the Terran stationed us here.
Don't worry about it, man. I won't say anything.
We appreciate that, my lord. Thank you.
Give these guys a break. I'm a security guard in real life. I know how it is. Alright, anything cool in here? Got another room in here. Oh, this is the treasury. Guess they're guarding that. A key required. You know who has the key, sir? Sir. Sirs?
Thank you for your lenience, my lord.
Yeah, no problem, guys. You're gonna have to deal with me later anyway. Dad's leaving, brother's leaving. You guys are under my command now. Alright.
There you are. Your mother told me the Terran had summoned you, so I didn't want to interrupt.
Why were you looking for me?
I fear your hound has the kitchens in uproar once again.
Great.
And is threatening to leave.
Did the dog get into the larder again?
No matter how the maids try to keep him out, he always finds a way in. You know these Mabari hounds. They listen only to their master. Anyone else risks having an arm bitten off.
He knows better than to hurt anyone.
I'm not willing to test that. You're quite lucky to have your own Mabari warhound, you know. Smart enough not to talk, my father used to say. Of course, that means he's easily bored. Nan swears he confounds her just to amuse himself. At any rate, your mother would have me accompany you until the matter is settled, shall we?
To the kitchen, then.
Just follow the yelling. When Nan's unhappy, she makes sure everyone knows it.
Alright. So we have... I guess we have our own dog, I guess. Warhound. What did we get here? Codexes. We have notes here. What do we have here? Oh, is this credits? Gotcha. Okay. All controls. What is this? New party member has joined you. You can take control of this character directly by left-clicking on his portrait or body. Alternately, you can use a tactics menu / adjust how the AI controls them. WSD keys to explore the world. Yep, I already know that. Inventory, got it. Journal, got it. You just encountered a locked object. You might be able to pick the lock if your skill is high enough. You might need to locate a key, though, to adventure. Plot helpers or markers. You're currently on the map. Okay. Where was... Didn't we just get a new codex? Oh, it's probably the guy entering our party. Cool. Alright, so we got Sir Gilmore in our party now. Good stuff.
Good evening, my lord.
Good evening, sir. Just gonna go in here. What is this? Oh, this is the library. Check the library real quick, shall we? Let's do it. Let's do it. Aldous. Looks like he's teaching the kids.
Hello, my dear boy.
Hello.
By chance, I am beginning to teach these young squires about your family's history.
Do we have to? History is boring.
Boys, you are referring to the Couslands, the very family in whose castle you live. Show some respect.
It's alright. It is boring.
I see you haven't changed. Perhaps it would benefit you to join our lesson.
Certainly, I'd be happy to.
Wonderful. Oh, the Cousland history is long indeed. Where shall we start?
When was our line founded?
Well, records are vague, but the Couslands became Tierns during the Black Age. Is that familiar, child?
Oh, we can use some cunning here. During the lycanthrope plagues?
Good. I'm pleased some of my lessons seem to have stuck. At that time, your family held only the minor title of Ban. When the werewolves reached this area, Ban Mather Cousland organized a curfew and patrols within the city. Several other local bands supported his efforts by swearing oaths of fealty, making him their Tiern.
Tell me about our relationship with Arhal.
The history between the Couslands and the House reaches back to the Orlesian occupation.
Go on.
During the rebellion against Orlais, several battles were fought near Highever. The port village of Harper's Ford was the Ternier's center. Its Arl was Tarleton Howe. Though nearly 90, he was still as sharp and bitter as cheap ale. Your grandfather openly supported the rebellion, but Howe sided with Orlais. Your family was forced to seize Harper's Ford before it was all over.
We fought the Howes. We read about this, but it's good to see that he's going over it again. We fought the Howes.
Your grandfather couldn't afford to lose Harper's Ford. In keeping the town, your family drove Orlais from its lands. The Howes eventually joined the rebellion, when all of Ferelden united behind King Merrick and General Logain. Just as now we united behind Merrick's son, King Cailan, to fight the Darkspawn.
We predate the foundings of our kingdom, yes?
Well, I'm glad some of my lessons don't disappear into that yawning chasm between your ears, young man.
It's your skill as a tutor, of course.
If I were truly a skilled tutor, I suspect I would not encounter such insouciance amongst my pupils. You can look that up later. At any rate, your family has held the Ternier of Highever since before King Calenhad united Ferelden. In fact, Tierna Elethea Cousland battled Calenhad to maintain Highever's independence.
We oppose the king?
Well, the Couslands are ardent royalists now, but at that time, Calenhad was unknown and considered dangerous by many. When Calenhad's army reached Highever, Tierna Elethea led the local bands against him. Obviously, Calenhad won.
And Callahan let us keep Terranir?
Calenhad wished to unite Ferelden, not conquer it. After Elethea's men were defeated, Calenhad asked her to swear fealty. The boulder where they held council still stands today as a memorial of that event.
Time to end the lesson, I think.
Thank you for indulging an old man.
Oh, does that mean we have to listen to you now?
Silence! I will not have you two becoming smart-mouthed hooligans. Perhaps you should go. I doubt they need any more distraction. I'm just going to settle in here and apparently just talk to myself.
Don't worry, kids. I'll let you play with some wooden swords later. Alright. New codex. Let's see what we got going on here. Culture and history. We got two new ones. Geography of Ferelden. So Ferelden, I guess, is the world we live in. Or a part of it. Kingdom of Ferelden is the southernmost civilized nation in Thedas. So Thedas is probably the whole place. Although some scholars dispute the claim to civilization, it is perhaps the most physically isolated of all the kingdoms of Thedas. To the east is the Amaranthan Ocean, to the north the Waking Sea, and to the south the Krakari Wilds, which in the summer months are vast pet bog, and in the winter become a treacherous labyrinth of iced over waterways. The Frostback Mountains guard the western border, and only a narrow plain between the mountains and the sea allows travel between Ferelden and Orlais. Most of the land in the central portion of the kingdom, called the Bannerm, is open plains. These are crossed by the remnants of the ancient Tevinter highway that once connected Vale Royaux with Ostagar. On the edge of the Krakari Wilds, the western part of Ferelden is dominated by Lake Calenhad, a huge caldera filled by the runoff of glaciers from nearby mountains. Lake Calenhad is home to the famed fortress of Redcliffe, as well as the Circle Tower, which houses Ferelden's Circle of Magi. In the east is the vast Brazilian forest, which the superstitious locals profess to be haunted, and from which rise the Dragon's Peak, a solitary mountain that guards the capital city of Denerim. Alright, so a little geography of Ferelden there. The noble families of Ferelden. The occupation left empty castle in its wake. Whole families were butchered in the initial invasion, and all those who couldn't or wouldn't bend knee to the Emperor Puppet King were declared traitors and hunted. Many bloodlines ended on chivalry blades and dusted crossroads in forest clearings or in freeholds. And then there were the turncoats. To curry favor with the new masters, some nobles took up arms against their brothers. They betrayed and murdered the rebel queen, an act that created even more vacant titles and lands, once King Merrick exacted justice. The Ferelden did not fall apart after the Orlesians left a testament to the strength of King Merrick. The old families still held grudges against those who had sided with the Emperor, and those new families that had been granted titles were viewed as interlopers. The landsmeets that followed Merrick's coronation were tense, to say the least. I bet. Jesus. Alright, very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. I like all this shit. I'm liking it so far. Alright. What the hell are you doing? You're looking at bookcases, but you're not doing anything. What are you doing?
Good evening, my lord.
We'll talk later, sir. Alright, probably nothing else in here.